Hi, good afternoon, Professor. My name is Eric Zabala. Do you treat animals the same way that you treat another family member? Or do you think animals should have some sort of respect? In many religions, animals are treated as our companions in life. In another religion, animals are sought to be our family members reincarnated. The only disadvantage that animals do not possess, of course, is our brain abilities. But more importantly, or not that importantly, is their vocal cords. They aren't able to speak, which doesn't allow us to communicate. It would be like our responsibility to see their behaviors in a way of communication. Now, my ethical dilemma starts off when it was just in the night and the neighbor's dog was just barking and barking and just barking, and it was a little bit annoying, but animals are animals, right? And then as the night continues, I hear these strange barkings, not the usual barkings that the dog was making, but they were like squeaking when an animal gets, like hit or but I was hearing them and they were sounding very different. So I take a peek out of the window and I see that my neighbor is actually having a leash around the dog's neck and actually choking the dog with the leash. Of course, this is a small dog's leash, but I think the other leash was pretty thick for the kind of dog. I think it was German Shepherd, so it was a pretty thick rope. Now, as I was watching him, I was like, wow, I can't believe this guy. Well, I do believe him, because if it was annoying for me, I can imagine him that he was next to the barking dog. But there was no need of taking the situation to that kind of degree. Now, what did I do? First of all, and most obvious, I just called the police department to let them know that there was animal cruelty. My neighbor shouldn't have done of that, and I think he made some wrong decisions. He made some wrong decisions, and of course I stayed anonymously. But I know he might have thought it was somebody else, but I don't know. So he was choking the dog. I knew it was wrong. I called the police. The police came, took him, and took the dog to the pound. I know that wasn't the consequence I was hoping for, but at least there was no suffering for the dog anymore. And after all, was I really proud of making that decision, of making my 8-year neighbor, going to prison or making him charges of animal cruelty? Well, at last, a life is a life. It all goes down to that. I don't know if the dog was going to survive. I don't know if he was going to be dead or something, but a life is a life, and I believe that I saved a life that day. My ethical values, of course, come from my dad, my mom, that would buy me animals from when I was a kid, to be able to show compassion over animals or small, weak stuff, fragile stuff, animals that would depend on me. That's how I would get all my ethical values from. And today I share you my story because I don't like animal cruelty. They depend so much on us, and I would like to everybody know that it all goes down to they're alive. Why would you? There's no reason why it makes you in charge of a life if it's not yours. Okay, thank you.